Well, it's about 5 o'clock on the afternoon, so the sun's coming down pretty strong from the west, so this may not be the greatest photograph. I'm just sort of panning in front of the house. Also, the Chinese lilacs are about to bloom, so the house is kind of hidden behind the lilacs there. You see enough of it that's new gray painted. And since I shot these shots here a couple of weeks ago, the barn has been finished. They finished that yesterday finally. So everything is, actually there's still some ladders up on it. They're actually going to come back tomorrow and do some final touching up. I'll go on the west side of the house because with the sun coming from the west, that actually will be a better way to take some photographs. Margaret planted a whole bunch of new shrubs. You can see them underneath that choke cherry tree. There's some redwoods of some sort back in there, and she's put some stuff in there at the edge of the blueberry hedge. Actually, this time of day with the sun in the west, this is a good way of looking at the house. This is from the north side, and get a good sense of how different it looks now that it's painted. Much a brighter color than what it was. And the decking around the pool as it slopes down there has also been painted. Put some special finish on the redwood so that the decking will hopefully last longer. There's Margaret there on the porch. That's where I just took the picture of her a second ago. The house came out real nice with the new paint. Makes it look newer, but just a lot actually bigger because of the white paint. The apple tree here that we pruned last year and fertilized is just about doubled in size in the last 12 months. Just amazing. Such a warm spring that it's set on too, so we may wind up having a lot of apples this fall. I'm going to pan one more time down here, go all the way down into the woods, and you'll see a mountain laurel, which didn't bloom last year because it only blooms once every other year. But this year is in full bloom. It too, again, is just gorgeous because of the warmth, the long spring in May. But we're just going by the fern bed here, and you can see it now. It comes into view. It's absolutely gorgeous this year. I've never seen it like that before. Gorgeous mountain laurel. It's kind of a purplish pink color. Now that the painting is finally done and the floors are have been varnished on the decking here, yesterday we finally moved out all of the summer furniture for the porch. I don't know if you've seen that yet, so I'll show that. We can do this without falling over. The hammocks up yesterday. Whoop, I hear someone running. Who is it? You, Michael? Whoop. There's a Michael about to get into a hammock.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, this is that furniture that Margaret painted last year. Bye. It's great in the late afternoon, sit out here as long as the bugs aren't too bad. And there's enough wind today that there've been really no bugs been an amazing day. It's about 80 degrees. It's gorgeous. Mowed the lawn last week. Leo did, so everything looks just great today, this weekend. There's the apple tree again. Someplace back in there's the mountain, but then there's the mountain laurels again sitting there behind the fern bed. It's gorgeous. Before I close up here, I'll take a picture of the garden again. We did this I think a couple weeks ago, but it's changed so much. We spent about 4 hours this morning mulching and putting straw down on everything since we're going to be gone for 2 weeks, and so we were using the tractor and trailer, so it's still out there. I've got to put that away yet, but I actually see the barn's done there. Put on 2 coats. It's still, they're coming back tomorrow to do a 3rd coat because it just is absorbing it like a sponge. Particularly this west side of the barn apparently has never had anything put on it in almost 100 years, so it's very dry. I'll go down there and take a closer shot of the garden. Everything looks just gorgeous today, though. There were 2 rains last week, so everything's just grown a lot. Actually, before I go into the garden, I'm going to turn back the other way and show what the deck looks like from this angle. We put this sidewalk in here this spring. Those are those flagstones that we got from the Bennetts. They found them in their backyard in Brookline. But we made kind of a sidewalk that goes into the deck. I think someone's about to appear. Michael? Oh, it's like person to person, our new host.
This one's cracked.
Yeah, I know it's cracked. We'll have to replace it. I cracked it. Okay, there's the Michael. Are you gonna tell people here how we did this garden around the pool? What Mommy did?
Well, Mom spent about $4 billion on it, furnishing this lovely garden.
Yeah, see how she planted all kinds of our different things around the deck here. That will eventually...
We have a barbecue pit.
Yeah, we have the barbecue pit there too, but Grandma might be interested in seeing these flowers that your mother planted and how it works off toward the sidewalk there. Okay, Michael, let me go back one more time and then you tell us what we're doing in the garden here. Go in front of the tractor and explain things. Okay.
Now we're going through the garden.
Okay.
The one that we just planted this year.
Yeah, okay.
Already sprouted really good.
Yeah, let me go to the corner and then we'll take some pictures of it, okay? Essentially where we left off here. Now, we got a little trellis made out of copper piping, and there's Michael. You want to just tell us what we did here this year?
Okay, this is lettuce, and some of this is rose bushes, and I don't know what the rest is. This is lettuce, this is lettuce, lettuce. I forget what this is. Beans.
Beans.
Something else. And that patch over there is strawberries.
Yeah, some new strawberries we just put in.
Oh yeah, potato.
Yep. Tomato, potato, you mean?
Potato. These are our dill, I think it is.
Dill.
Here we have some garlic and pansy. And I forgot, I think these are beans, and over there are peas.
Peas.
These being the peas.
Peas, yeah.
Your mom scatter planted them, so we can't tell which one's weeds and which one's beans.
Right. Hold, stop where you are. And the raspberries and the strawberries we planted recently, right?
Strawberries.
Yeah.
And they're already starting to shoot, what's it called?
Runners.
Runners. And some of them have little berries, but it's not good enough to pick yet.
Okay, Michael, I'm going to go down to the corner and you go into the grass patches and tell Grandpa and Grandma how the grass works. Wait till I get down there. All right, now I'm sort of at the edge of the split rail fence showing the way Margaret's 3 little circles of native grasses are coming along. Okay, you want to tell us what you're doing, Michael, or what it is?
Well, I don't know exactly what they are, but these are probably something.
Well, there's some
I
grasses.
don't know much about these grasses, so you have to ask Mom.
Okay, but there's like 3 circles of them, right?
Yeah.
And they've,
And this is supposedly your future business, selling grasses and designing gardens.
yeah, she's going to become a grass seller.
Gardens and then selling the grasses for them.
Right. And some of those we got in Clarkson last year, in Nebraska.
Probably right.
Not those out there, because those we planted this spring, but the ones we got in Clarkson are here behind the barn. I'll just show those. They've really come on nicely.
Yeah.
Okay. But some of those looking pretty nice already.
Yeah.
And that's just a year.
Yep.
One more thing we ought to show Grandpa and Grandma, Michael,
What?
is the straw house over there.
Good idea.
Okay, you run to the straw house, and we bought about 50 bales of straw and made a house out of them. Okay.
Be able to see it better.
All right. We knew we were going to need straw this fall, so we bought it this spring and figured we'd just let it sit here all summer and turn it into a playhouse. So we made a fort out of straw.
Personally designed and built by Dad.
Well, you helped. You put some bridges and
We
things.
have our own little weapon system.
Weapon system. I see. If somebody comes walking through the door, you knock them out. All right.
That is somebody that we don't want.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm about to quit here.
Okay. Many layers
Whoop.
and many ways.
Yeah. All right. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Bye.
So that's what New Hampshire looks like in early June 1991. About 6 months, hopefully those grass beds will just be 6 feet high. About 2,000 plugs of grass got in there in the last month. And there we have it. Now here's one final view before we close it down. The way the pool looks when you come at it from this front side. Yeah, you mean the new, you're in the barn, Margaret? Yeah, you mean the new sidewalk? Yeah, we took one shot of it from down below. There's another shot of it, I guess, in there. Kind of looks nice when you come at it from this direction. Works fine. All right. Enough. Said that 3 times already, but I think this is finally, we're closing it down. We're going to miss the lilacs blooming this year. It's really quite amazing. They smell so nice. Well, a final close-up on the sidewalk and Margaret's new plantings along the pool. Where are you? Back behind the lilacs? Someplace back there's Margaret. Okay. No, I'll deal with it. Just be, that's all right. Tell us what plantings we have here.
All my burnums right here, 2 different kinds. The white flower and berries, bird. Then there's something called Enchanthus campanulatus. And there's a variety of perennials.
Okay, Michael had a nice description of the wild grasses. All right, say goodbye.
Bye. Wish more was in bloom.
Yeah, well, next year. Morning, Michael.
Oh, morning, Dad.
What time is it, or what day is it?
Oh, it's Sunday.
Well, I know, but what day?
October 13th,
13th, 1991.
91.
And what are we doing?
We're taking pictures.
Last pictures we took were about 6 months ago.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, no. Oh, hi, Catherine. Come here and stand on the sidewalk next to Michael. Michael? Okay, come on, guys. Catherine, do you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, keeping a dip.
Michael, don't swing on the gate. I'm taking some pictures for Grandpa and Grandma Picorni before I go out to Nebraska. You guys want to show them what it looks like here in the fall?
Me, show them. Show the
Well, both of you. Okay, now just wait. I've got to reset myself here, and then we'll take some pictures, okay? Yeah, now you can talk, Michael.
This wonderful scenic view you see is
Yeah?
our backyard.
Well, they know it's our backyard.
That tree over there is our apple tree, which we got a very nice harvest from, and we got apple butter.
Wait, you mean the apple tree in the back there?
Yeah.
Wait, should we go look at it?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'll just look at it with my camera. Still got apples on it, doesn't it?
A little red apple.
Red apples at the top. We picked a lot of them off, didn't we?
Red apples at the top is what we have on our apple tree. That beautiful yellow-orange tree over there
Yeah?
is one of our huge 200-year-old maples.
Well, I know that. Look how most of the leaves are gone already.
Yes, these pines still keep their color. Isn't that just nice? Behind you there.
Well, wait. I'm taking a picture of Catherine first. Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
Say hello to Grandpa and Grandma.
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandma.
What you gonna do today?
Well, I'm not sure. I might go on a bike ride with my dad. We're gonna
Oh.
veg.
You gonna what?
Veg.
Okay, you want to say hello, Michael, nicely?
Hi.
Hi, okay. Now, you want to, instead of showing us the green tree, which we've already seen, why don't we turn around
That's what I said.
and look at the garden, how it looks now that it's all gone.
Yes.
Okay, why don't you run down to the garden gate? Yeah, and there's what the garden looks like,
This is our huge
now that it's been pretty much taken apart for the winter. There's the stone wall I'm trying to figure out how to build in front of it. It's not going to have to completely be redone now that I know how to do it. On the east side of the trellis, I didn't even get it done at all, but we're working on it. Before going and talking to the kids some more, I'm going to look at the barn. Summer we pulled out all the blackberry bushes that were there against the eastern side of or western side of the barn, and now we're fixing it up, and Margaret's going to put next year. She's already got some planted now, but on the west side of the barn there, she's going to have an herb garden. You can kind of see some of it there already. That's a crabapple tree that she's trying to get to grow up the side of the barn. You can also see off in the distance there how the grasses came out this summer. We'll get a little closer to them in a second here.
This rock started, we thought it was just a little rock because all we saw was this corner here, and when Dad started getting around it, and it turned out to be a huge boulder. And Uncle Gary was here and he saw it, but he was making apple pie.
You were talking about that.
And then Mr. Coleman came, and Mrs. Coleman came over, and she was in the spa with me and Catherine, and Mr. Coleman and Dad put a chain around it and hooked the chain up to the tractor, and they pulled it out, and was it?
So that's what we have left, right?
Yeah.
You want to show Grandpa and Grandma where the sunflowers were?
Yeah.
Not much.
Were
No.
our sunflowers before Hurricane Bob. And Bob essentially collapsed them. And our corn started to do the same thing.
Okay, you want to, Michael, run down to the grasses and show Grandpa and Grandma how the grasses came out after 1 year.
Sure.
Okay, I'll turn off the machine. You run down to the grasses. Go ahead.
Let me just...
Catherine, what are you going to do now?
This is the rock.
Oh, you're going to explain the rock story too?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the rock.
Look at the camera, please.
There's a little bit that was shooting out of the ground over there. And my dad saw it, and he started digging. And he didn't know how big the rock was, so he kept on digging. It kept on getting bigger and bigger. So finally, when we saw how big it was, we got the tractor and we pulled it out. So here's the big rock. This is the big rock that we had pulled out of the ground.
Okay. You want to run over to the barn and show Grandpa and Grandma where the herb garden's going to be?
Okay.
All the while this is going on, Michael is still trying to attack the sunflowers. Making any progress?
A little.
Little. Going to feed the birds with that?
No.
No. Oh,
In our garden.
Where are you? Oh, over there. Okay.
Isn't this it?
Yeah, that's where the herb garden is. What used to be there?
Well, what used to be there was, well, blackberries.
Blackberries. All those blackberries we made into jam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you run behind the barn and show Grandpa and Grandma how the grasses are planted behind the barn?
You mean over here?
Yeah. You know what, Catherine? You know where those were bought, those tall ones?
Where?
Those are grasses Mommy bought in Clarkson, Nebraska last year, so those are what they look like after one year. They're taller than you. Stand right next to them. Show Grandpa and Grandma how tall they are. Boy, it's pretty tall. Aren't they pretty too? Now that's going to be a new bed of grasses that we took all the stumps out behind the barn this summer, and that's going to be a plot. Okay, run down to the other 3 beds before I run out of film here, Catherine. Well, where where Margaret planted where Mommy planted the grasses, right behind me.
Hey, you said I would.
Okay, now we're about out of film here, so we're going to take a picture of Catherine in the grasses. Okay, Catherine.
Well, this blue grass right here
Yeah.
is called Pestica flanica.
Yeah. Now these have only been here 1 year, right?
Yeah.
These are the ones that your mother planted this spring that she got from all over the country. And this is the kind of growth you see after 1 year.
These are what I call red silk hair.
Red silk hair. Boy, those grasses are kind of tall relative to you, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just now, after the frost, they're actually now beginning to put out their seed heads. Okay. Catherine, that's really pretty. Want to say goodbye?
No.
Well, do. Because Michael's going to explain the other 2.
And this is a different kind of red grass.
All right. Look at the camera.
Coming right out of here.
Okay.
Did you can see it opening?
Yeah.
But I'm not done.
Well, you better hurry up because we're running out of film.
Yeah. And these are just the kind of plants that Mom likes. And I don't really know what it's called, but it looks a lot like wheat, sort of.
Yeah. Want to show that really tall one that's in the middle of this bed.
Yeah, sure.
There's a grass that's it's supposed to eventually get about 12 feet high. After the first year here,
Some of these
it's only
are
about 6 feet.
like this one or that one, but some of these are fairly high.
Yeah.
This one looks a lot like corn stalk.
Well, it does kind of, doesn't it?
It seems to be built the same way,
Mm-hmm.
like bamboo or something.
You want to show the 3rd bed?
All these are really kind of grubby
These are,
in size and stuff like that. This grass is, I believe, the zebra grass, but I wouldn't count on it. I think those are Acanthus or Ecclesias. I can't tell them apart. This is kind of like a shorter version of that thing over there, I'd say. Maybe. And this one looks kind of like a little more like wheat or some other grain. Or oats or something.
anyway, this then is
Looks like something from
what-
Nebraska.
what the grasses look like after 1 year. That batch over there is real pretty, isn't it, Michael? That one at the back end there.
Yeah.
It's real. It's when in the morning when it's got a light dew on it. It's real pretty.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting because its seeds are purple and almost like that one over there that I was describing, only shorter and purple. And that's about it.
That's about it. That's right.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm going.
Where are you, Catherine? Are you hidden in the grasses?
Yeah, see me?
Boy, you're almost hidden by the grasses. Pretty this time of year. Catherine, you want to point out the trees?
The what the hell is
Well, the color on the trees. Well, now there it's not very colorful. It's still green. About 2 weeks ago it was better than it is today. Got a lot of rain last weekend and they fell down. At least those that were early color, the red maples.
I'm gonna talk now.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, you see look, there is the red top on top?
Yeah? Oh, way up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?